Many fragrance heads skip the original F put on by Ferragamo. Mistake, by the way. They gravitated towards this one right here, F Black, because of YouTube hype by certain fragrance reviewers and also the highly discounted price of it. Yes, I have two here. One question remains is this fragrance right here, F Black, worth your money? And is it worth your time to sniff it out? Pop the cherry coming up next. Fragrance family, welcome to another edition of Pop the Cherry. This is where I pop the cork on a fragrance and give you my first test on skin. I've worn this fragrance right here, F Black Pour Homme by Ferragamo, as my scent of the day today. And I'm going to inform you how good, bad, ugly, how it went. You know the drill. Before I get into, of course, the meat and potatoes of this Pop the Cherry series, please take the time to subscribe down below. Hit that bell so you can keep tabs on yours truly and be one of the first to check out my new content. I'm also all over social media. You can follow me on all platforms. I'm under Robes08. So whatever platform you're into, I'm there. Also, talking about social media, I am on Facebook, but also have a Facebook group. Love my Facebook group. It's called Fragrance Guru Nation. We're up to 17,200 members. We are strong and we're waiting for you to join us to talk about fragrances. So today, as the title suggests, I'm trying out F Black Pour Homme by Salvatore Ferragamo. So let's go under the hood with this fragrance. Let's see some stats on it. So release date was 2009. So it's been a while since this thing has been on the market. The nose behind this is Olivier Polch. Oh, an all-star perfumier, a great nose in our community. How did I get my hands on this? Of course, thank you to Parfumerie Éternelle. Thank you so much for this beautiful 1 ounce. I also have from my own collection this bottle right here. I've had this bottle for quite a while. Never reviewed it actually. So Parfumerie Éternelle is kind of giving me a kick in the butt to let you guys know about this fragrance on my side of things. Major notes to my nose are lavender. This thing utilizes lavender in a way that La Nuit de l'Homme utilizes lavender. Also tonka bean, so you're going to get some sweetness out of this particular fragrance, and black pepper, so you're going to get a little bit of bite from the black pepper. Now it's time to test F Black on my skin again. The dry down is sitting on me right now. It's living with me, but let's remind me of this introduction on the back of my hand. And one for the fragrance community, just for you guys support me, my channel, and my Instagram. So let's see what I get up top with this fragrance on my skin. And up top, immediately it hits me with that sweetness. There's some freshness out of this fragrance. The lavender pops up. And there's a little bit of a kick to the fragrance, a little bit of a darkness to the fragrance. So it's almost right now, it's reminding me of like a tweener, like a fall spring type of scent, not a straight up winter scent or a straight up summer scent. It really has some bite to it, but also has some freshness to it. So the opening of F Black gives me that lavender. Immediately is the first note that hits my nose. There's a punch of black pepper. I know that some people say they get a lot of black pepper. Some say they don't really feel the black pepper. Me, I feel like it is a pinch of it. There is some good amount of black pepper here. I don't think, personally for me, I don't think it would be enough to sway somebody away from this scent, because the lavender is your main player here. Lavender and also tonka is your main player. The tonka, of course, giving you that sweetness up top. Now, the use of lavender and tonka together reminds me of other almost gourmand like lavender based scents like a Rocha Man. This, of course, is not really in the gourmand territory, I'll be honest. But it really tippy toes into it. The tonka really does that with, of course, the use of lavender here. Black pepper is sprinkled over the top of that bed. The pepper will not be missed. It's a strong secondary note. So anybody that really misses it, I don't know how you can. It is a very strong secondary note in this opening. The build of this fragrance in the opening, I felt was a little unfinished. Honestly, it felt unpolished. It really felt like it was a little screechy at times. It felt like some of the moving parts in this particular fragrance really didn't work well together. I really didn't like the lavender tonka and then the black pepper mixing in. It really felt unfinished, unpolished as a set, to be quite honest. I feel like there's other fragrances in this genre that does it so much better. Now, the opening is not my favorite in the game. Like I said, unpolished, a little sharp at times, and even at times smells kind of cheap, like the $20, $30 that it's going for in bargain bins. So really, my honest take on F Black by Ferragamo in the opening, I was okayed with it. I feel like there's so much better out there, to be quite honest. Do I feel like this was deserved a hype at this moment right now? No. Now let's get into more of the dry down of the fragrance. Perhaps it got better then. The dry down loses mostly the black pepper, so you're going to lose some of that bite. You're left with mostly the lavender and tonka bean backbone. The coriander shows up here, shows a little bit of its clay-like appeal, and with the lavender, almost makes me think of a lavender talcum powder. I don't want to say powdery because it really isn't overly powdery, but it really gives like that clay-like appeal. It feels almost like the sensation of clay. Very lavender talcum powder is the best way of me explaining this scent. F Black felt very linear. There's not much movement in this particular fragrance. Even though there's not much here in movement, the dry down is the better part of this scent, but still, to me, really an uneventful fragrance. As far as my wearings, especially recently, again, I do have a bottle here, and as you can see, I haven't put much of a dent on my personal bottle, and I just got this from Parfumerie Eternelle about 3 weeks ago, so I'm finally shooting this video here. And through my wearings now, as you can see, not one of my favorites, and I feel like the hype was really undeserved on this one. Now let's get into the revolver, where I talk about seasons, day or night, versatility, projection, longevity, all that good stuff, and then of course end it off with my overall final thoughts on this particular set. So seasons, like I said earlier in this review, I feel like it's a tweener. It's made for fall and spring. I feel like black pepper is always good for overcast or rainy days. I feel like this may work really well in that type of weather. Day or night, I felt like versatility is very high on this particular fragrance. So either one, I felt comfortable wearing this during the day, even at work. But also I felt comfortable because it does have a little bit of personality with the tonka. I felt like I can also wear this at night, casual use. So the versatility, going on the next thing, versatility, very good. I can't complain about versatility on this one. A projection, longevity, how much push did this fragrance give me? Longevity was good at 5 to 7 hours, a little short for this type of fragrance. I prefer a 7 to 9 hour type of fragrance for this type of build. Projection was also below average. So as far as performance goes, it was, I'm gonna say, mediocre to okay. It was all right as far as the performance goes. So my overall thoughts, or my final thoughts on F Black by Ferragamo. Overall, often compared to, of course, the hype beast La Nuit de l'Homme from Yves Saint Laurent, I feel is a much better scent personally. Being honest, I'd pay more for La Nuit de l'Homme, and I know it is a lot more, to get a much better composed scent, and that's my honest opinion. Was this one worth the hype? At the price point, I can see someone starting their journey, jumping on this, getting something a little darker. But once you get deeper into this hobby, this fragrance may get lost in the shuffle, honestly. I'm disappointed in the hype in this one. The nose behind it is an all-star perfumier. I know he can do much better. It might have been with, of course, the budget was given to him or whatnot. I'm not on the hype train with this one, unfortunately. So there you have it, my thoughts on F Black by Salvatore Ferragamo. Now that you've heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. What do you guys think about this one? Was this one worth the hype for you? Do you really enjoy this fragrance? Good, bad, and the ugly? I'd love to hear your take down in the comments below. As always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.